Hi everyone, hope you're well. I'm not going to target anyone in this because it's too much hassle. I'll just sort of jump on here and do a quick Facebook Live. I hope you're all well. I'm just sat in my garden. It's beautiful sunny weather again today and the birds are singing. So I feel quite good. I'm going to go to Edgeley Reservoir soon, which is a kind of it's a bit of a local land spot. Hey Marion. It's a local, it's just a reservoir really, but it's kind of the best thing we've got around here. I'll just kind of do a bit of a lap of the two laps of the reservoir without my stick, which is what I did last time. So I was quite pleased about that. So I'm going to get some movement into my legs today, and hopefully also I'll do my usual yoga and push-ups and sit-ups and things, so just to keep myself well. So I think it's week 5 now of this lockdown, and I'm just sat in my garden. I'm lucky that I've got a friendship with Neil Jones, formerly of this parish, and obviously he was based in Gukiloka for the past 3 years, but he's come back over, and he did that. Hey Dharmakaruniya, he did that. He came over prior. I think he was seeing family and friends prior to getting ordained. He got invited to ordination for the Gukiloka course in this year, which obviously was cancelled. So he's over here now, and he's kind of staying over here. He's stuck over here. So he's staying. I'm talking about Neil Jones. He's staying with his parents in Heel Green, which is just up the road. I'm here in Cheadle at the moment, which is where I've got my flat. And I've got a nice garden worked out. But Neil very kindly came over and mowed my lawn and dug my flower bed, which I've got some wild flowers planted in there now. So hopefully. I'll show you. Here you go. And maybe you can see that. But it's only a patch of. That's the rest of my garden. It's only a small patch, but hopefully it'll catch the sun, and it'll be good for it was sort of pollinating flowers which I bought from eBay, wild flowers. So hopefully I'll have a few bees in here at some point, and I might extend this patch of flower bed right across to the other side, because I reckon we're going to be in here for the long haul. I don't reckon this lockdown is going to suddenly finish anytime soon, so I think it's essential to get out in the garden. I was just speaking to my neighbour just a minute ago, and we think that it's just so essential to get out of the house, especially when perhaps when you're on your own, or you've not really got much of a connection with friends, or so, due to the fact that we are isolating. So I reckon it just makes you feel better being outside and being sat in the sun. Now I'm lucky that that another Neil, actually, that I was talking about to my neighbour this morning, another Neil came round and did my lawn. It was completely horrible and overgrown, and really kind of rough looking when I moved in, and it was all nettles which had just been cut back. So he did well. Neil, when I first moved in about a year ago now, Neil came round and really kind of sorted all this garden out, re-turfed it, dug it out. So I'm kind of grateful to both the Neils, both for starting my garden and then continuing it. I mean, Neil Jones, as some of you know, he's well into his gardening, his planting. So I think he's got all sorts of designs on this garden, so I think I'll have to keep him in check. I think he's a bit of a hippie actually, so he kind of, even though I wanted him to mow all my grass, he kind of left all the dandelions in place. So had loads of dandelion leaves. So it's probably it's probably slightly naughty of me, but I've bought from eBay some weed killer, some weed killer which kills dandelions, but not the lawn. So I'm not going to tell Neil. Hopefully he don't watch this video. I don't think he's on this group actually. But yeah, I'm just gonna spread that about so I have a nice clean green carpet to use. It just feels nicer to me. It's probably not. Oh, there's a little robin there, I think. I've got loads of wildlife, around here. There's loads and loads of big trees, which overhang this garden. There's loads of here he is again. Oh, I think my movement just put him off, but he's just there on the gate post. So if he comes by again, I'll try and get him on the camera. So I hope everyone's well. I'm kind of just hanging out in the house today. I did a lot of my book yesterday. I wrote, I made quite good progress with the first chapter. I'm writing this book, and it's kind of quite cathartic in a way for me. It's, as you know, this might be my dad that has come by here to look. Hi, Dad. I'm just doing a Facebook Live, so the shed's open. Okay, yeah. My dad's delivering some of my old DJ stuff and putting it in my shed. So some big speakers and stuff. I've been thinking that I might sell it all, because I'm not getting a proper use out of it, and I need a new Mac anyway, because the MacBook that I've got, it doesn't really cut it when I'm putting this book together. I'm self-publishing, so I'm doing it from start to finish. So I use this program called InDesign, which is really processor heavy. So I've got an old Mac from about 2011, I think it is. So I think that's just basically not quite good enough for what I need. So my intention is to sell all my DJ stuff, which I'm just not using, and then perhaps I'll invest in a new Mac. So I'm quite a believer in sort of not keeping things that are of no use, and that's got me in trouble in the past actually. But I won't mention Hewith, because she's on here too. Elaine. Sorry about that. Being quite so organised and sort of quite ruthless with my tidying up in terms of chucking things away. But anyway, that's a kind of another lifetime really ago. That. So for today, I'm just my dad is just populating my shed with DJ gear. He's got a big speaker there. In fact, Dad, do you want to say hello to Facebook Live? so that's me, Dad. He's doing all right. He just lives up the road in Davenport, with my mum just up there, and the dog, and Ella the dog. So they're quite settled, I think, in Davenport. So I'm in Cheadle, just down the road. So kind of things are quite settled at the moment for me. I feel okay, and sometimes I feel a bit guilty about feeling okay, because the world seems to be suffering at this time. But I suppose I'm keeping in touch with my kids through FaceTime. I'm keeping in touch with my family mainly through Zoom. I'm keeping in touch with the Buddhist Centre, my study group, through Zoom. Last night was a Zoom call that we had for study. Dad, Marion says hello to you. he says hello back to you, Marion. So I think I'm keeping in touch with people. I speak to my Kalyana Mitras, Gary Vichita, and Tom. You recycle by selling your stuff. Yeah, that's true, Marion. yeah, recycling by selling my stuff. I mean, give it to someone that can actually use it, and that wants it, and that needs it. So perhaps I shouldn't feel too guilty. I don't think the time is right to be selling stuff right now because because obviously no one is allowed out of the house and everyone's in lockdown, so no one would be able to pick up the gear unless I was to a courier, which I could possibly do. But I think that there's, I don't know loudly, but there's a few quid's worth of stuff there, and I've got a controller, and I've got speakers and a couple of amps in the house. There's some big speakers there, a DJ booth, and what's called a star cloth, which is what you kind of wrap the DJ booth and it kind of twinkles brightly. It's a bit cheesy in 80s, but I didn't know that when I bought it. So my dad is just, he's just given me my stuff, which has been clogging up his garage. So I'm quite thankful that he's able to do that, really. So my Buddhist practice is going well. It's it's a very unique time in all our lives, so I'm keen to use it in the best way that I can. So I'm meditating, I'm studying, I'm reading, and I'm kind of watching talks and reflecting. So I'm determined to not kind of resort to Netflix, which obviously will make an appearance at some point when I kind of need a bit of a break. But for now, I feel quite energised and inspired, and so I want to keep going with that same motivation. Hey, Louise. So I was just saying, Louise, that I'm just in my back garden, enjoying the sun, enjoying the birds singing, and the blue sky. It's a beautiful day today. I've kind of got it all right how I want it here now. My dad's just busy in the shed, keeping social distancing guidelines, obviously, but organising my DJ gear in there, which I might sell to give me some more money. So is that the lot, Dad? Yeah. Okay.
There's some groceries on the doorstep.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
See you later. There's some groceries on my doorstep, which I'm very grateful for. They see you, Dad. They take great care of me. I'm very lucky to have my mum and dad that are sort of quite so kind and considerate, really. Glad you spent time with your dad. Yeah, I mean, I suppose from a distance I do. I mean, sometimes I meet my parents and the dog on the park, sort of just up the road. I'll try and get a bit of a nicer background. Maybe that's a bit of a nice background. Hey, Mo. So sometimes I meet my parents and the dog on the park. So I suppose I maintain a bit of social connection with them, face to face, albeit from a distance. That way. I mean, my lovely neighbour Gemma is just next door, and she's doing a garden today. So I can speak over the fence. So all might not be quite as bad as that, really. So I'm going to go for my walk today around the reservoir. See the Canadian geese, which I've been told that they are, rather than French geese, and just have a bit of a. Just saying before, I think I did 2 unassisted laps of the reservoir. I take my stick obviously with me, but to do 2 unassisted laps without my stick, I was quite pleased with last time. So I'm going to try and do the same this time. Maybe I'll have a bit of a health day today. I won't do any more on my book. But by the way, there's one magpie over there. That means sorrow, doesn't it? So I'll salute it. That was what Elaine used to do, and I kind of started doing that. You get so many birds, so much wildlife around here, you know. Right under a flight path here, so there's no, well, out of lockdown time, it's normally really noisy with planes, like really low flying planes, but thank goodness I've only heard 2 all day today. So I'm very pleased about that, actually. I mean, there's got to be some benefits from all this. I'll try and read your comment, Mo. The Canadian geese are walking along Deansgate some days. You're joking. Oh wow, that's incredible. I'm sure that when all this lockdown finishes and we get back to some semblance of normality, then there'll be all sorts of like videos that people have took of the wildlife basically reclaiming the earth that they share with us. So yeah, fair enough. What a beautiful thing to see. Yeah, they're a bit evil, those Canadian geese, aren't they? They hissed at me when I walked past them. Try and read your comment, Louise. Used to count the magpies, but drove myself mad. Too much superstition, gave it up in the end. Yeah, it's a bit hard work. I mean, we're lucky. Hey, there it is. It's right on my lawn now. I'll try and get it on camera. Oh, my movement just scared it off then. So I just scared a robin off before, so I think it's great to see the nature is coming back, and perhaps this is where they should be, really. Anyway, I thought I would get on here, report in with you, try not to spiel for too long, and there's I think the robin is back. The robin is back. Oh, he's flown off again. So that's just impermanence. Anyway, I'm going to put out a plea for anyone else to come on Facebook Live and either do a puja, but in fact, probably do that, really, because I think that's what I would like to be done on this page. I think is just missing a bit of that. So any order members, Vishanka, it would be great if you could come on and do that. Otherwise you might have to put up with myself doing that. So apologies in advance for my unharmonious singing. But it's great to connect with you all, and I hope you're doing well amongst all of this. And hope to see you soon. Okay, see you now.